Alright, welcome back. Let's hear what happened last night after midnight. Okay, so that's the whistle that Asogi heard. And I guess that is the speckled band that he saw. So, that pretty much explains both of those points. Which unfortunately leaves us at a dead end for what exactly that means for the case. Okay, so their working theory right now is that he just slipped and fell, but I have a feeling that maybe when they dock, they're gonna find that maybe the prosecutor, whichever one they run into, is going to take a look at that scene and decide otherwise, and end up arresting somebody who we're gonna have to defend, potentially us. Because if this is just an accidental death, then there's no case. So, personally, I think we're probably gonna have to pin this on somebody. Unless another murder happens, I guess, but I don't know. Yeah, the snake is definitely important. Like, it's way too big of a coincidence that there just happens to be a snake here, too. Piroshko. Okay. I mean, that's pretty much what I figured. So, I wonder if this is like something that the captain knows about or what. Well, it might not actually be venomous. We'll see. And there we go. But that's the things. There are plenty of snakes that don't need to be venomous to kill, and in this case, the way that Asogi was killed matches perfectly with the way that a snake would normally kill, so... The only thing is, I think it would have left marks on him, so... So yeah, I think he was probably killed in some other way, if I had to guess. Or we just... I don't know, we'd have to look at the body and see if he has any marks on him, but... I think they would have noticed those, and probably mentioned them in the post-mortem. No, reptiles do not eat milk. Yep, your theory was completely wrong. I think this is actually the first time that he's actually recognized that his theory was wrong, instead of just pivoting and pretending that he was right all along. We still have so much evidence that... Well, we technically have... No, we did not use the ship's log, and... We haven't used the post-mortem either, so... There are things we haven't used. We're definitely going to trial here. Okay, well, let's hear why. I agree, but I don't have much of a foundation for that. Well, actually, I do. I just can't remember it right now. Didn't we say something last time about... I mean, there is this, which is pretty peculiar, but it's not really proof of anything. Oh yeah, now I remember. This. The quote-unquote dying message here. Like, there's no way that he could have written this because he died instantly, so... yeah, this would be it. But I don't know exactly what they're referring to in terms of her words here. Okay. Does that mean he was actually holding back? If so, I would be kind of like... he might be a little bit redeemed, but I don't know. It seems so far that he's been actually trying. Okay, so I should stop thinking of him as like this infallible detective. I think that he made a mistake and he owned up to it, I guess, by investigating. Wait, what was that about Hong Kong? Yeah. Well, at least he's right about that. I don't know exactly what her relationship was to him, but... Alright, well, I didn't get any particular odd feelings about her words, so we're gonna have to figure this out. But it seems like we're not going to court. It feels like we're just gonna be using our evidence here. I don't know. Okay, well, this we can easily say it was not. Alright, well, I think I know what to present here, but we'll see. I think it would be either this or the instant death. But I think that alone doesn't really do anything, so I'll say the crime scene photo. The last of Asogi's strength. Yeah. Well, not just that. And there we go. Didn't even have to present it. Okay, hold on. The traces at the scene contradict an accidental death. What exactly is she talking about? I guess it would have to be the floor markings, but... let's take a look. I don't know. I have no idea what she means by this. I guess we'll go with the floor markings. Those are the only traces on the scene, so... Okay, well, that's news to me. I mean, yeah, I guess. I just assumed the other half, I don't know, like half of it broke off of a cat and then one half was still on the cat or something, I don't know. Though I guess it is weird that it ended up here. I really don't think it's her. I can't see what motive she could possibly have had. Whereas if the other guy is actually the revolutionary who literally revolutionized his face, like Sherlock suggested, then I could easily see that being a motive if Asogi somehow discovered that. Actually, I wonder. Hold on. I wonder if there are any traces of, like, a snake here. I don't see anything that would indicate that. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Alright. I don't think that she was there, though. Although, she would have heard through the vents if Naruhodo was coming out of, like, the wardrobe at night to eat, then she would probably know that he was there, so that would put her in a position to know to write the message about the wardrobe. Okay, sure, but we already proved me innocent. Both because he doesn't know Russian, which he could be lying about, and also because he was stuffed inside the cabin, and that sign mark proves that he was in there. But, come to think of it, there's no way that Nikomina could have drugged his food to make him fall asleep. On the other hand, he was the watchman of the first class cabin. He was probably the one who brought food to everyone, so I could totally see him being capable of drugging Naruhodo. And there's that as well, but we could explain that by saying that Naruhodo happened to carry it with him the entire time, and then just since he snuck into Nikomina's cabin, he just kind of dropped it in the wastebasket, which that's one way of explaining that. So it's not exactly good evidence there. I think that probably the snake is who brought it here. The snake grabbed it, and maybe it broke when it bit it, and then it brought it into this room. I don't know why, though. I don't know, I don't buy that. Also, I think I mentioned it before, but I believe that this guy has some kind of association with her. Like, maybe he's the one who helped her get on board as well. I don't know. Oh, maybe he's her daughter. Or maybe she's his daughter. Hmm. Well, she could have an alibi. Who knows? Yeah, but even she could have caused that locked room. If she, hit the emergency thing. No, not that. I believe that. I believe that he's also the one who did it earlier. Yeah, I can point to that. Alright, well, here it is. You'd think that if this was something that, I don't know, happened every time the ship stopped, you'd think that they would notice it. Like, but then again, maybe they did, and maybe that's why Stroganoff would know about this trick. But I feel like if they had done that, somebody would have noticed. Like, I feel it's a little odd that it hasn't been brought up at all so far. But then again, we didn't get to talk to the captain, we didn't get to talk to anybody, so like this would have been figured out eventually if we had spoken to those people, probably. Although one curious thing is, why did Asogi have his door unlocked? You'd think that he would have it locked if he was, you know, just in his room at night, but I don't know. Now anybody can do it. The only reason I'm kind of wary now of suspecting Stroganov is because he's defending Nikomino, which doesn't work well for him if he really is the killer. Like, he has no real alternative plan if it's determined that she's innocent, and we determine that it's not an accident. So, I don't know. Yeah, well, this is not surprising because I pretty much knew exactly who did it the moment he did that. Let's make sure that he never has the, like, nuclear launch codes of any country. And that is what we need to confirm. Unfortunately. Well, I guess we could use this as like, nothing unusual, nothing unusual. There might be something unusual, but he didn't write it, so... That means that either he knows that she killed her, or she killed him and he's defending her, or he killed him and he... I don't know. Yeah, that is accurate. I agree with that. But everyone did have headaches, and they all may have been drugged, so I don't know. I feel like the only person in a position to do this would be somebody who had access to, like, everybody's food. And that could only be Stroganoff. Yeah, with really shaky evidence, I guess. Yeah, I guess we could only really present this. It's not very good, but it'll do, I guess. It could be because maybe he was asleep at the time, but I don't know. Like, where does the snake factor into all this? I don't know. I'm still firmly suspecting Stroganov. Especially the number one reason is because he was in the cutscene at the beginning, and she was not. So, I don't know. I think he's a way more likely suspect, simply by virtue of us having him as a suspect from the beginning that we could have looked toward. Granted, that's not always a foolproof rule, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, like, there's still some major holes here. And we're practically out of evidence at this point. Like, we've used basically everything, so... I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. Like, I understand that they were asleep, but I feel like they would have noticed that too, at least. Okay, so he's gonna point that out for us. At least that saves us some effort. But I just don't see how Nikomina could have done that. I don't know. Like, there's no way that she could have put everybody on the ship to sleep. I don't know. I guess it's possible she could have been in the hallway and maybe, like, charmed Stroganov while he was holding the food or something, but now we're making huge assumptions. Well, there is that. So that the reason that Asogi was not killed, or rather was not put to sleep, would have been probably because we were taking parts of his meals. Although, maybe that was the motive. Maybe the reason he was killed was because he was awake when he shouldn't have been. Because someone wanted to do something in this room? I don't know. Well, it's nice that we're actually in the position of being lectured by him for a change. I feel like we've been correcting him this entire game, but now, so far, he's actually stepping up a bit. The question is, we really need to figure out who could have tampered with it, and that's going to be our main suspect. That would be it. But I just don't see how that could have been Nikomina. Uh, I don't know. Maybe the thing he said earlier about her being influential with the ship could be the reason. Although that's a little weak for a reason. I don't know. I feel like an entire ship wouldn't just agree to put their entire ship to sleep just because she asked them to. That much I did understand. Although I figured it was just him, I didn't think it was the entire ship. Well, I'm still baffled that it could have been her that would do this. I just can't imagine what the motive would be. Just the fact that he noticed that she was, I don't know, defecting? Like, I feel like we noticed that and she didn't want to kill us, so I don't know. I just don't understand the motive. I don't think it was her. But it makes even less sense now for it to be Stroganov, so she's really the only possible suspect. And there's that as well. Okay, so they wouldn't think anything of their cabin being locked, I guess. Yeah, that much is true. That much is also true. That, I don't know. That one's still iffy. Hmm. No, I do not hear that. Hmm. I guess it would be his journal, the fact that he heard a low whistle. I don't know. And that would be the motive, is that she worried that he might have heard her say things through the vents. And that would also be the reason why she knows that Ryunosuke was there, I guess. I don't know. I'm still not completely following him here. Alright, let's hear it. I don't really see... I guess we're only looking at them. So we've got... the sailor hat. We've got... thick-armed. Those are the only two things on him. got a right ear, a left ear, and anything else? Well, let's start by looking at the sailor hat, I guess. Okay, let's take a look at thick arms, I guess. Okay, well, that really does nothing for us. And I don't see anything else on him, so it seems like it's gonna have to be Nikamina. And the only thing suspicious about her that I can think of is... well, let's take a look at her left ear first. Because we've got an earring there. I guess we might just say that, like, because her earring is missing on her right ear, that means that if we search the room and find it in there, then that means she was in there, but it's pretty weak, honestly. Okay, let's give it a shot. Yeah. That's the problem. Okay, so we made our first mistake. Come to think of it, maybe shoe markings? Or Asogi's boot polish. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. I think I get it. What if this is from the snake running around on the floor, and those marks on the face are on that guy's face are actually boot polish? That would make sense. So maybe I was right after all. I just figured those marks were just on him because he's always having the snake go along his face, and they were just... that makes his face red. But no. Seems like that's there was an actual purpose to that. Unfortunately, I didn't see that being selectable. Maybe I just need to look closer. Like, okay, we cannot select that, so that's not actually it. Oh, there we go. There we go, I just had to look at the right place. Well, whatever. Also, that was really nice how when we actually selected her earring, it actually knew exactly what I was thinking. Like, it knew the line of thinking that I was trying to go for there, and it actually addressed it instead of just giving a generic line. That's something that I really like when they do. I hate when they just kind of ignore or just give a generic line and not actually address what you're thinking. But yeah, it helps you, I don't know, feel immersed in the problem solving, I guess. But anyway, yeah. I hope that they do that a lot in the trials as well, but I don't know, I'm kind of doubting that they'll do that. We'll see. Okay, so we might have jumped a bit ahead, but this might actually be what I said it was. We'll see. Yes. This is the only thing we have that shows that, so I guess it'll be this. Okay. What did you do? Alright. Is he gonna throw her under the bus here? I don't know if I should buy this, but if she corroborates this, then that does mean that she was the one who killed him. I don't buy it. problem is, can we prove that this is not true? I don't know. Let's keep going. Hmm. One hour, 35 minutes after midnight. That's after she whistled, so I don't know. Look at that cat. That is so evil looking. Just look at that menacing expression. That cat, that was premeditated. I could just tell. If that cat actually did it, this was not an accident. Well, she's just agreeing, but... It's possible that she is actually telling the truth, and that it was actually Stroganoff who killed him beforehand. Alright. Throw us a bone here. What is it? Okay. Maybe his clenched fist? I don't know. There are two possibilities. Either his clenched fist, his eyes being closed. I don't know. I mean, obviously the message is the go-to if we were... If it's being really dumb, and we're just... No, we've already covered that, though. We've already covered the fact that the message was faked, so... That's already in line with Stroganoff's story. He said he tampered with the crime scene, so... I mean, would he have broken his neck if he fell forward like that? I feel like if he broke his neck, it would have been from falling backward. I don't know. Or his fist being clenched. It's gotta be that. I'm gonna go with this. I'm surprised that that was actually it. Like, that's a little... I don't want to say, like, advanced, but that's... I don't know, that requires some, like, medical knowledge, almost. Like, I'm not sure that's something that we should be assuming. Because I don't know whether your fist automatically clenches when you die or not. I have no idea. I mean, I guess it wouldn't. I think it would kind of, like, just kind of... It would go to, like, a claw state. If you just think about, like, leaving your hand in a neutral state, it kind of, like, forms a claw shape. Not like a clenched fist. So, yeah, I think that's a fair thing to assume people should know. Also that, if he fell, he'd probably try and catch himself. He could be holding the earring, but... I don't tell me they didn't check. Come on. I kind of assumed that they would have told us that if he actually was. You know what? I can think of a motive now. What if she's not actually defecting? What if she's actually an assassin? And she was sent specifically to kill him? Because he was looking for protection. He was looking for someone to watch out for him, which means his life was probably in danger, which means that somebody might have sent an assassin after him, so that could have been her. If you think about it from that perspective, then that totally makes sense. Okay, and you just failed to mention any of this. You just didn't tell us. It's gotta be the earring, right? Well, damn. There's our confirmation on that. I almost feel robbed now, because when I clicked on her ear, we were actually right about that. The earring was in the room. We just didn't know about it at the time. Alright, so they're just making us go through this in case we hadn't actually already examined them. But we know for a fact that it's her earring because we closely examined her other one. But they have to do this because some players might have just not done that. They might have just found the stain beforehand without actually looking at her ears. Okay, well, we probably want to do our left ear. There we go. The other possibility, I guess, for her motive would be that she is actually the girl from before. But, I don't know, that's a bit of a stretch so far. Yeah, I guess I was wrong. It totally was her. Hmm. So he knew that Hosonaga was looking out for him. So I really don't see what kind of motive she could have had. Oh, he probably recognized her from the newspaper. But she didn't try and kill us when we discovered it, so... I mean, I guess she just thought her odds were bad, but... Hmm. Okay, I see. So she thought he was gonna rat her out, but he was actually just looking for uh, Ryunosuke. So it wasn't really a premeditated crime or anything. But I wonder how they knew that Ryunosuke was in the wardrobe. And I wonder why they had prearranged to put everyone to sleep. I don't know. I'm not sure actually that I buy this. I'm not 100% sure on this. Okay. So he found him. But there's still the question of why all the passengers were put to sleep. I don't know, it's a little convenient. The fact that everybody happened to be put to sleep, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sold on this just yet. there's that too, but I didn't really think of that. Oh, right, detective. I might need to go back and look at what they said the reason why they put everyone to sleep was. Because, like, I don't know, I don't think that they gave a good reason why everybody was put to sleep. Me too, but let's see if it's the same thing. Of course, there's... yeah, sure, whatever. We know that he was actually not going to do that. Alright. Alright. I mean... obviously the wardrobe. I'm not even going to examine it, I'm just going to present it. What an awkward way to kill off, like, a major character, too. It's like, This is such an inconsequential thing. It's not like previous instances of mentor characters being killed off like this. There was always more gravitas in those situations, but in this one, it's just kind of like a spur-of-the-moment thing from a random person who he really had no ties with, and I don't know. Well, in the end, this didn't go to trial, which honestly I'm kind of bummed out by. I would have preferred if it actually did. That means there's one less trial in this game. I think there's 5 cases, though, so really there's 4. 4 proper ones, assuming the others actually do go to trial. Hopefully this is the last one like this, because I don't really like when we just spend the entire time examining and talking to witnesses. I don't know. Okay, but I'm a little underwhelmed by this case, but I think there's probably more going on here. Like, for example, this revolutionary, I have a feeling we haven't seen the last of him. I think that he will come up again in the future. We should definitely watch out for that. And he might have some ties to our previous culprit as well. I don't know. We'll see. Although, in theory, we are still guilty of trespassing and stowing away on this ship, so... I mean... I hope they just kind of sweep that under the rug. I mean, technically, they're expecting a Japanese exchange student. We can just pretend it was us all along. Uh, Although somehow I don't think that's going to fly. Oh well. Although somehow I get the feeling that maybe someone's going to put in a good word for us, and maybe that won't happen. Maybe someone like a Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Maybe Susato? Well, technically they did not get away with it. Although I wouldn't really call that an accident. Although, definitely, I don't know, maybe you could argue in court that it was like, no, it's pretty much murder, no matter how you look at it. Not first degree or anything, but murder. Oh, he got his glasses back, at least. And he's all patched up. Damn it, Sherlock. But you know, now that uh, we know that Sherlock had been holding on to that earring the entire time, that makes his earlier theories a bit less crazy, where he was accusing her due to all these frivolous reasons. Because he knew that it was her. He just didn't know how or why. Yeah, I imagine they're probably gonna cancel the whole thing with him gone. I mean, we could always just pretend to be a lawyer, although I don't think that would fly. I mean, we've got some experience, but I don't know. I don't know if that really qualifies us. I mean, you know what? You're not wrong. Although I don't think their country, Japan, would be too happy about that, but I don't know. I don't remember what exactly they said he was a student of anyway. Although it's not like his knowledge of Japanese law would be useful in England anyway. I mean, I don't know if that's going to be possible, but if anyone could do it. I mean, we stood in court once. That's all of the knowledge we really need. And I mean, I'm pretty sure all the attorneys we've played as in all the other Ace Attorney games, like, I guarantee none of them have, like, studied actual law. Like, well, I mean, they may have studied some law, but, like, they don't seem to know any real law. They don't know laws. They just kind of wing it. Fly by the seat of their pants, I guess. Well, there we go. I still don't think it's realistic at all for him to think that he has a shot of being an attorney in 40 days, but thankfully, he doesn't need to study Japanese law because he's going to England. All he needs to study is whatever Asogi had to study to qualify for this exchange program, so... I mean, he might be able to do it. Although this particular aspect of Holmes' character, I don't know. I have yet to encounter anything like this in the books where he seems to be all about fun. I don't know, that doesn't seem like him. I'd say character is a part of their qualifications. He's gonna have to make up some bullshit, though. He's gonna have to say, like, oh, well, actually, Naruhodo happened to have been studying law in his spare time, so he'll be just fine. Because they're not gonna buy it any other way. Oh, there we go. Well, we kinda have to now. I don't think she's in much of a position to teach us, but hopefully Asogi had some notes lying around. Yeah, the fact that you're an assistant means that you are not... I don't know. I mean, I guess... Oh yeah, he is wearing that in the art to the side there. I didn't even notice that. Oh. Oh wait, she's just gonna Susato toss us. For some reason. Okay, never mind. She wants us to toss her. I guess to make up for the 3 times that she tossed us unjustifiedly. I mean, okay, first off, suspecting him was fine. It's the judo toss that I had a problem with. That part was not justified. Yes, that I agree with. I'm glad we're on the same page there. No, I'm pretty sure she did it at least that much. Probably more than that. Technically, yeah, I guess it would be. Judo, that probably counts as martial arts. Although I can't remember if she said that it was judo or if it's just some original thing. Yeah, I don't think she wants to get into a boxing match, so... Although it's true that that might come in handy in apprehending criminals. Did he just punch her? Like, the graphics made it seem like he just punched her in the face, but clearly he didn't. And of course, the something that she's gonna try tossing is gonna be us. Because slapstick comedy, I guess. Alright, we get one more later. She said 3 times, but now it's been up to 4. You know what, I'm calling it right now. In the final objection of the game, I think Ryunosuke is gonna pull out that sword, wave it at the enemy. That's assuming he doesn't do it earlier than that. Well, we'll find out when we get there, probably. Alright. The Adventure of the Runaway Room. That will be next time. So we're gonna save. And then we will go back to the title screen. So yeah, that case was, I don't know. I liked parts of it. I liked, like story-wise, I liked it. And I really liked the introduction to the deduction mechanic. Like, not so much the necessarily the whole, like, looking around and trying to find things. I don't know, I think that isn't that great, but the whole, like, the way it's all structured of, like, trying to replace keywords and the whole cinematic presentation of it all, it feels really, really awesome to play. So I really like that. And also, I don't know, I'm not so sure that I like the way the case turned out, though. Like, I feel like that's a pretty, almost anticlimactic way of kind of way for that character to go out. I feel like maybe if there was more gravitas to that, then again, I'm not done the game, so maybe there will be more to Nikamina, and it'll turn out that she had more of a motive there, but I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, just a tragic coincidence almost is what killed him, which is like, I don't know, is that something, is that what that character's worth? We're just throwing them out for that? I don't know. But, anyway, I will see you next time, where we will move on to the next case. So, until then, take care.